Hi, I'm just going to show you off the help prompts in our game. So the help prompts serve as sort of kind of like tutorials. So basically, most games have these. So when you go try to interact with something, a prompt will come up and show you what button to press. So to make our game easy to use by players, I have implemented several of these so the player knows what buttons to press at what time. So whether to interact with the trees, or pick up objects, or interact with our companion, they'll know what they are. So I'm just going to go through each one, and then go through the code of how it works. So we'll just load up the game right now. So we'll play. So just want to turn around. So first thing off, we'll go over to a tree that has a fruit. These tin fruit trees don't have any fruit on them, so you can't interact with them. It's just the big trees. So we want to interact it. So action up here. So we press A. And the fruit will pop down. So when we go near a fruit, we'll prompt up A to pick up. So in the Unity Explorer, the hold to throw and the drop look like they're too close to the screen, but when you actually run the build of it, they were designed for that, so they're actually more away from the screen, if that makes sense. So they look a bit, too center of the screen. They're not actually. So basically, it's hold B to throw or A to drop. So we drop. He's gonna go over and eat this now, isn't he? Yeah. So we just want another one. And we want to pick this up. So when we have a fruit in our hand, we don't want to interact with the tree. So it'll tell us not. The A prompt won't appear. And if we're close to our companion, our creature here, the A to drop and the B to throw will disappear, and we can try feeding him. We're not on a high enough level, so he's not going to want. We won't be able to feed him, so I'm just going to throw it at him. Eat the apple. Okay, he ate the apple. So we're in level 2. So we want to go over and get our apple. Get an apple. And where is he? Feed him. And we want to feed him a bit more. Okay, so now we're on high enough level, we can pet him. So we'll press X to pet him. That's when we're not carrying something. So if I go get a pineapple, so I'll just show what that looks like. So if we have something in our hand, i.e. food, go over to him, a different prompt will appear. So when we go over to him, feed will appear instead of pet. So we'll press X and feed him. So that's our prompts. And these prompts can be turned on and off from the menu. So if the people don't want them on screen, they can easily be turned off. So I'm just going to go through the actual game objects and then the code. So the prompts are all attached to the player object, and the script is attached to the player object called prompt toggle. Each one of these is on a canvas. So the way Unity 4.6 works is all the UI elements are drawn on a canvas. So we want to enable each and disable the canvases as we so please. So we just set up like a prompt canvas. This is just an empty game object that will just hold all these to make it easier to find them all. So we have a canvas of each. So pick up, action, pet, feed, drop, and throw. And inside each of these we have a button object, and the button object is just basically a sprite for the actual image that we want to appear. So each of these are pretty much identical. The one that's most different is the throw and the drop, because the drop is the image is slightly different than towards the other one. It's rotated, and the throw one is a lot more elongated because it's longer to fit in the actual text to hold. So each of these need to be passed into the prompt toggle script. So for each canvas, and since we're using the Oculus, we need a head orientation and a look. If we weren't using the Oculus, we could just use basically the center of the screen, which is these are basically the center of the screen, because the way we do enable and disable these is through raycasting. So this is a script, it's just a single script. So we need to pass in our head orientation, our look, our canvases, and then we will need to find the player object, and we need access to the player script, the pickup script from the player. So we find the player. So the player object, we need to find the game object with the tag the player, and the pickup script we need to get the component pickup. So in the update we have two things. So we have a prompt check to basically check the normal prompts, and then we have one for the throw and the drop. So we'll look at the prompt check first. So we're going to do array cast, so we're going to set array to be the head orientation position, and then the look minus the head orientation position. Then we want to array cast hit, and then we want to check basically from in a switch statement we want to check what the ray is hitting. So we want to basically get the distance. The distance thing here is in our player actions so basically these would be static constant variables that won't change through the game. So I think we have this set to 8. Yeah, we do have 8. So for each, we want to check what the ray hits. So if the ray hits something with a tag pickupable, so we want to enable the pickup canvas, and we want to set the is carrying to be true in the pickup script. If it's the ray is hitting one of the trees, we want to check first. We want to check if we're not holding anything. So if we're not holding anything, we'll set the action script to true. Otherwise, don't do anything. Otherwise, we're actually holding an object. And then we want to check different things for the creature. So if we are carrying an object, we want to turn off the pet canvas and enable the feed canvas. Else we want to, if we're not carrying anything, we want to set the pet canvas to be true and the feed canvas is true. And by default we want to disable them all. And if the raycast is not hitting anything, we want to disable them all. So in disable all, we just have them all set to false. And the other thing in the update, we basically want to check if we're carrying an object and these prompts aren't active. We want the drop and the throw to be on the screen at most times anyway. So if the feed and all that is enabled, we are carrying, we don't want these to be appearing. So if they're all false, we won't. Oh, we will appear this if we're holding anything, else we won't be holding. Oh, but they won't appear on the screen. And yeah, that's about it. So it's pretty basic. So thanks for watching.